Good kill, good kill. Hey, good kill.
Hi guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're here in the F-14 Tomcat. We have kind of a more modernized scenario set up here today.
Nails on our nose, 12 o'clock.
Instead of Phoenix missiles, I'm carrying the AMRAAM C7.
Bandit, 025, 68 miles.
So we got 6 AMRAAMs and I got 2 AIM-9X Sidewinders. Our bandit for today is going to be a Su-35, a very capable variant of the flanker. He'll be carrying the R-37 hypersonic missile. He'll have 2 of those, and the R-77-1s, which are upgraded variants of the R-77, kind of like a Russian Fox 3 AMRAAM. There is a naval battle going on underneath us, but that shouldn't really matter to us. We have a landmass, an island up in front of us that we want to deny the enemy from taking over. So I'm going to push towards that island, and I'm going to try to push him away, and he's going to try to do that to me. You can hear him locking me now, and I'm going to go ahead and level out here. That lock can only mean one thing. We'll just go ahead and make the assumption that that is a hypersonic missile launch, so I'm just going to go ahead and reduce altitude here and defend that incoming hypersonic missile. We'll hit a notch position just to kind of help us out a little bit with that. And we'll reduce altitude so as the radars are looking down, they see us against ground clutter instead of being co-altitude or above, where he would see us against the blue sky.
Dirt at 1 o'clock.
Go ahead and continue right here. Actually, it feels good. We'll stay here. You can see a friendly ship there headed towards the island as well. We have multiple ships headed in that direction, actually. Okay, RWR is clear. Okay, let's go ahead and recommit since the RWR is clean. You can see the island off in the distance there. And that's really the area where we want to deny to the enemy. Remember that the idea with, you know, a BVR combat like this is not necessarily that you want to kill the other guy. I mean, that would be ideal, but you can just deny the airspace to him, and, you know, that's mission success, technically speaking. So that island is going to represent an objective, and we're going to try to deny that airspace to him and push him away. Meanwhile, he's going to try to push us away, and we want to get closer and closer to that island. You can see we have him locked here at 31 miles. And I'm going to just climb a little bit more, just a little bit more. And Fox 3. And that AMRAAM's away. Okay, I've asked Jester to drop our fuel tanks, and you heard him have me locked this entire time, so he's probably got another hypersonic missile on the way. There we go, tanks are finally away. I think a lot of people will think like, oh, why not just take the seeker head of the AMRAAM and put it in the Phoenix? There's a smoke trail from a hypersonic missile, by the way. And the problem with the Phoenix missile is, like, although it was revolutionary for its time, it was so big and so heavy that you needed very special aircraft capabilities to be able to carry these things. And then even for the Tomcat, it created limitations on how many you could carry in order to return to a carrier and be able to land on it. If you can take that missile and compress it, make something a little smaller with very similar capabilities, like the AMRAAM, for example, you can carry it across a lot of different aircraft, which is what we have today. You have almost every aircraft capable of carrying the AMRAAM. We're being locked here. 25 miles I have him locked, or Jester has him in TWS track, technically. And we're going to send a Fox 3. And we'll go ahead and start defending here. 25 miles is still pretty far away, but I don't like the fact that he's locking me and I wasn't going to shoot anything at him. So I am now actually getting closer and closer to that island. And yeah, I still have him in a gimbal. You can see we're getting pretty close, but I am going to defend here. I do have to go cold at least slightly, especially if he's, you know, it seems like he's shot off all his hypersonics. So I think he's probably down to the Russian R-77-1, and that is a scary missile. The R-77-1 is a very capable modern missile. There it is. You can see it's actually acquired me. And I'm going cold. There's a ship up ahead. We can give this guy a buzz. Even though I think they got their hands full on this ship, there's a Russian fleet that they're headed towards on the other side of that island. But at least they can have a show. Tomcat blasts off overhead. Okay, that missile hasn't hit me by now, so it's probably not going to hit me. So I'm going to go ahead and climb, and so we can re-engage him at a higher altitude. And then we get the benefits of less drag and more range on our missiles. But so far the Tomcat is doing pretty decent against the Su-35, which is a very modern version of the flanker. And it seems like we're causing enough trouble for him, because if we had just the Phoenix missile, he would just notch it and be done with it. I don't even think it would cause him to sweat a little. But using the AMRAAMs on the Tomcat, coupled with the powerful Tomcat radar, actually seems like an interesting little mix. And performing pretty well here. As we continue to climb here. Okay, Fox 3 from me, and we'll defend. Oh. Now Jester says that he lost lock almost immediately there, but you saw that AMRAAM kind of dip down, so it still was seeing something. If it was fired with no lock, it wasn't seeing anything. No data, it would have just gone straight up into the atmosphere, right? But it went down like it saw something, so I have faith in that AMRAAM. A couple of flares there, just because you need that when you fight these Russian flankers. They have long-range Fox 2s. It's always good to drop a few flares here and there. Continuing to defend. Off cold again. You can see how close we're getting to that island. We're actually pushing him away. And you can imagine this on like a larger scale. If you had like 10 Tomcats against 10 flankers, you'd be actually pushing them back and denying the airspace. So it's actually an interesting little experiment here. I'm recommitted now. Trying to find him again on radar here. That's an old missile. Actually, it's probably a missile from the ships. You're just in the... We're in the launch cone, so I think we're getting the RWR notifications. But yeah, there's a Russian fleet on the other side of this island and one on this side, so they're shooting at each other. Still don't have... I need a range on this guy. What is he? 17 miles? We're going to push a little closer. Okay, this is fine. We'll just shoot it here. Fox 3, and we'll defend. And although those missiles look like they don't loft, they just go straight down, I think it's still helpful to pull them up here to high altitude. I think it increases their range a little bit. See Jester, this guy just will not shut up in the back. But look at where we are. We're right above the island. That's actually very interesting. That's crazy. I can't believe that actually worked. We pushed him way off here. And I'm basically right on top of the island now. So you want to talk about airspace denial? This would be it. If you had friendly troops down there, you would have, I guess, like temporary air superiority over this area. You know, you could have a strike force come in, deliver, you know, a couple of JDAMs, and everybody could peel off. So you can see how useful that can be, really. Alright, and I got 2 AMRAAMs left. And we're getting really close here. I'm having a little bit of trouble getting on radar. He should be very close. That RWR notification is an old missile, so we're not worried about that. And I think if we can get a lock here, I'm going to just drop the nose and defend, and I should survive. But he should be here very close. There he is, 9 miles. Okay, so Fox 3, and I'm going to defend it, and that should hit him for sure.